whether if you want to pursue the grant after some park improvements or continue with what you've been doing a great job with, is finish up the water lines. And that's what I'm at here tonight to discuss and present. So I can go in detail about parks first or the water lines, either one.
I don't know that we need the detail. I mean, the general, we're here to get the public input. So, I mean, in general, like Gordon said, whenever this was initially proposed, water was not something that was said that we could use it on. So that's, I think, why staff has kind of been moving in the direction of the park. Ultimately, that's a pretty good game changer, I think, as far as we need as much money as we can get.
We didn't realize it until that meeting, correct?
It wasn't like that first round.
No, the first round was
that first round, if we'd have proposed $500,000 for water lines, they'd have told us no. So I think that's good that the staff has brought that to us.
How close would that get us to finishing?
Oh, it still would, it would get us closer, but but what it's going to do is the part that I proposed is going to, from meandering to Baylor, it'll get that area there, so we can get that road construction redone, as we're looking at.
So let's go ahead. We've got staff's comments. We'll take any comments during this public hearing that's open at 10:01. Did we have anyone that wished to speak in addition to what they filled out?
All right. You're the parks guy here. You can.
Yeah, but I went with the water because I believe it's more needed to finish what we've started and get us a little closer. I did agree with the parks, but just like what the mayor said, at that time, the money wasn't scheduled for that. It wasn't there. But to me, it's a no-winner, you know. Hands down, we need to finish the water pipes. Quality.
Yes, sir.
Did anything she talk about when you talked about the water line improvements in the area we were putting in, did she give you any indication that wouldn't qualify?
I went specifically over this area with her, but she did make it clear, very clear, that it'd be 70% residential, 30% could be other, but it'd be 70% residential. And so in the three particular areas that we have, we do have some commercial in there, but we also have a low-income apartment complex that has 40 units. So that would help on the residential side. But the other two projects attached with that project should raise it to that 70% residential.
So you're comfortable it'll meet?
I will clarify that with her tomorrow, and if I need to make adjustments to keep the water line, I will find another water line to get the...
It's clear it's sewer, that it will be sewer lines.
Water.
Water.
Yes. It has to be water.
It has to be water. She made that very clear. They only added water, they wouldn't add sewer. Or they wouldn't add streets or anything.
Would you mind to verify that tomorrow?
I will have to do it in the afternoon. Believe it or not, I have a stress test at 8 a.m. this month.
I'll give you that right now.
Better you than me.
Happy place. So you're happy place.
All right, seeing no other...
Let's see what you read.
Seeing no other comments during the public hearing, we will close the public hearing at 10:04. We'll now move on to action from public hearing, item number 16. Consider approval of resolution number 1076-2022, authorizing the Public Works Director to submit the CDBG-CV Community Development Block Program Coronavirus Round 3 that will prepare, prevent, and respond to coronavirus using Tarrant County share of HUD CDBG CARES Act funds, taking into consideration citizen input from the public hearing for an eligible public facilities or infrastructure project.
Majority of the response that we received back was for public infrastructure was number one.
So you would need approval of the resolution focusing on public infrastructure.
Yeah, as long as the note in there that would need to make sure that it says for water infrastructure.
Water infrastructure, okay.
I make a motion to approve resolution 1076-2022, authorizing the Public Works Director to submit the CDBG-CV Community Development Block Grant for the water
Infrastructure.
water distribution, which won the vote at council tonight.
We have a motion and a second to approve resolution number 1076-2022,
He wants to know.
specifically, just that it was
Water infrastructure.
And it does say that in there, so if I get you to sign it tonight.
Sure. Specifying that the vote of both the citizens as well as the council would be to pursue the water infrastructure projects. Is there any further discussion? All in favor, say aye. Motion carries.
Good job getting this.
Well,
Good job at it anyway.
Thanks, Sean. Mayor and council, I do have a minor emergency. My wife has called. I need to deal with that. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll move to item number 17, discussion and/or action on contracting for fireworks display for this year's All-American Festival.
I'll make this real short. Our EDC tonight, went on to approve it because I've got a commitment for $1,800 from, the church to support it again at least, and, that means $6,000 is what EDC budgeted, so.
So we
I
don't know.
don't think there really needs to be any council action. EDC's directed me to go since it's their fund.
And what day will it be again?
June 25th.
Now, what class of fireworks do they consider that? Class?
Commercial?
Reason why I asked another fireworks company, a guy I know, but he said they only sell up to Class C. I didn't know what that was.
theirs was lower because it has to do with height.
Yeah, I know that, I didn't know what Class C was.
We're under contract, right? It's
Yeah, it doesn't
next
matter.
year that we start looking for new bids.
No,
we're out of contract. Gone.
The company that was doing it no longer does it. They're out of business. They went out of business, and then Marvin called around trying to find someone, and the ones that would respond wanted $10,000 to $15,000. They said the cost of fireworks is up 40%, and their insurance is on up considerably, if they can get the product.
Y'all haven't got a manufacturer yet then?
I'm sorry.
You ain't got somebody to buy them from yet?
Yes, we do.
Oh, you do now?
That's what they're saying, they're accepting this contract, but it would be next year.
This company is agreed to do it, for the $7,800, which EDC had budgeted $6,000.
Yeah.
And then the church said they would commit to at least $1,800, might be more, but the guy told Marvin, I guess tonight, that they would commit to at least $1,800, but they might, before they paid half, they might put in more, but they would pay at least $1,800.
So if we find out what Class C is, if that's what we shoot, I can probably get them cheaper from the place in Houston. But I'll give that to y'all later.
Yeah, if you can let Marvin know that, because he's calling around to several different places. I even talked to the base commander at the RCC meeting, because their base is gonna do their fireworks on July 2nd. And it's a company out of Pennsylvania or somewhere that's doing theirs, but,
I sent you the card, the guy's card there.
For who?
For the fireworks guy. I sent it a while back. I guess you didn't get it.
In the mail or email?
Whatever we send back and forth on our phone.
do they sell them or they actually? Or
No, they
shoot
sell
them?
them. No, they sell them.
Okay, but they don't, well, would they come here and shoot them though?
They shoot them at several places I know of down south. Whether they would come up here, I don't know.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, but in travel,
I
they
can
might.
find out.
All right, so I think that covers item 17. We'll move to item 18, which is discussion and/or action regarding the updates from the city manager. Marvin?
The tower dealer, Betsy, I think we're down to the survey before are we bringing that back to council for their approval?
Yes, it has to come back to council, and we had a poor survey with the original one, and so we required them to come back and do a survey that we would approve.
They came out to do the survey, they left, I don't know if they ever came back the next day.
They were here 2 days.
Were they here 2 days?
Yeah.
I saw them yesterday. They were.
Okay, so maybe they've got it done, I just haven't gotten a copy.
And then we just have to approve that by resolution,
Okay.
and I'll help you with the resolution.
Glad to get this off the books.
Yep.
Outside of that, it's, early voting's going on, and the Spring Fest River Oaks Car